Hello my dear geographers. Today in this video we are going to discuss the pattern of rural settlement in India. To start the video, let's try to understand what is rural settlement. According to 2011 census, rural settlement means the population should be less than 5,000, the density of population should be less than 400, and 75% of male workers should be engaged in agricultural activity or any kind of primary activities. In rural settlement, we will see the population is lower and especially they are dependent mostly on natural resources, mainly land, for their income. Rural livelihood involves living with and being sustained by the nature. So nature plays an important role in this settlement. Rural areas provide less opportunities to earn income. Rural population are less mobile, that's why their social relations among them are intimate. Now, rural settlements usually refer to the villages where the infrastructural development is also very less. So if the question comes, write down the features or characteristics of rural settlement, we can write these points. Now, the main point that we are going to discuss, that is the pattern of rural settlement. First, let's see the types of rural settlement. So there is a slight difference between types and pattern. Types means the classification and pattern means the design, how the rural settlement is developed in a specific region. If we are talking about the types of rural settlement, we will find there are generally three types of rural settlements. One is nucleated or compact, second one is linear, and the third one is scattered or dispersed. So in nucleated settlement, all the villages, means the houses are compacted. Okay, because there the social interaction is too much and the facilities are quite available. So the houses, they are connected with each other. Next, we have linear settlement. You will see the linear settlements are mostly developed along the road or railway track. Next, we have dispersed or scattered settlement. Scattered means there are huge space between the houses or the huts. Okay, so the social interaction over here is quite low or quite poor, so that the houses are not so connected with each other, they are far from each other. If you see the distribution of the settlements, mostly the nucleated or compact settlements are found in the river valley regions or where the agricultural land is huge or the agricultural facilities are more. Rather than that, there are other facilities also. Linear settlement means mostly it is dependent on the transportation line. And lastly, the scattered settlement means where the facilities are very less. So generally in the hostile climatic region, or you can say the mountainous region, hilly region and desert regions, these are actually associated with this scattered settlement or dispersed settlement. Now let's discuss about the design or pattern. I told you before also, the pattern and the types are not same. Pattern means the specific design, how they are developed. They are developed in a triangle shape, they are developed in a rectangular shape, they are developed in a square or circular shape. This is called the pattern. So generally pattern refers to the geometrical configuration or the external morphology of a rural settlement. Morphology means the structure. It refers to the geometrical shape or arrangement of rural houses, settlements in an area that reflects the layout plan. Layout means again the design as well as the geometrical shape of agricultural land and the pattern of transportation lines. When we have done with these types of settlements, we have discussed that nucleated settlement or compact settlement is mostly depend on the agricultural land. If there is a high concentration of agricultural land, then the population will be more over there. Next, when we have discussed about linear settlement, we have come to know that linear settlement is mostly dependent on these transportation lines. So from here, we can take out the two important keywords. Number one is agricultural land and number two is transportation lines. So these two are the main factor for the development of rural settlement and obviously for the design of rural settlement. So firstly, we have rectangular pattern. The settlements with rectangular patterns have a high degree of nucleation. The pattern of settlement is mostly common in India, and this pattern of settlement is found where the land availability is very high. Which type of land? Obviously agricultural land. Like the areas having this type of settlement have a high degree of clustering and high population density. And the shape of cultivated land is obviously in a rectangular shape. Mostly in the northern Indian villages have rectangular pattern dominated by caste groups. So similar caste groups, they stay together. Ganga Yamuna Doab. Doab means the land between two rivers. Eastern Uttar Pradesh villages and western Bihar villages. There we can find this rectangular pattern. Next, we have star-shaped settlement. When the space between the radial roads gets filled, it gives rise to star-shaped settlements, and this pattern of settlement develops where three or more transportation lines cross like this each other. And the villages of coastal Orissa, where we can find this star-shaped settlement. Next, we have circular pattern of settlement. It is a variant of rectangular pattern. Generally, social security and defense play an important role in the development of the circular pattern. So, people, they want to stay at the center. Fishermen and the salt producers communities settle along the sea coast and the salt lakes, developing a circular pattern of settlement. Especially Ganga Yamuna Doab again here and Rohilkhand. These are the two places where the circular pattern of settlement is found. Next, we have hilltop settlement. This type of settlements are found in Naga villages for the purpose of defense, where the houses are along the edge of top so that the tribes can keep vigil over the movement of the enemy tribes. So generally in the hilly region we can find this hilltop settlement. Next, we have square settlement. So like rectangular settlement, similarly here the agricultural lands are in a square shape, and again this square settlement is a type of compact settlement. Next, if you see, there is another settlement that is called amorphous, or we can say the shapeless settlement. So no specific shape is observed over here. So this type of settlement again is a type of dispersed settlement or scattered settlement. So these are the different types of settlements that are found in the rural areas in India. In the next video, we are going to discuss the comparison between rural settlement and urban settlement. Thank you.